Hello, I'm Natasha Hussain and welcome to Newsfeed. Today, we're taking a look back at stories that shook the tech world in 2023. From the perspective of someone who is online a lot, 2023 can be easily described with words like chaos or upheaval. The biggest game changer in tech was, of course, generative artificial intelligence. ChatGPT and Midjourney may have been released in 2022, but it was in 2023 that public interest in those AI tools really spiked, and we saw a new wave of generative AI innovations. And while authorities argued among themselves about how to regulate the industry, competition in the market only got more fierce. 2023 kicked off with the unlikely love story of a giant corporation and a startup with a bizarre governance structure. Spoiler alert, OpenAI's unusual structure almost led to its downfall in November, but back in January, Microsoft's bromance with OpenAI was in full bloom, with the tech giant investing an unprecedented $10 billion in the ChatGPT and DALL-E developer. Under the deal, OpenAI, arguably the main player in the AI space, now had access to Microsoft's cloud services, while ChatGPT was integrated into Microsoft's software, including its Bing search engine. Microsoft now had an edge over rivals Apple and Google in the AI race. But Google didn't take that lying down and announced a deal with AI researcher Anthropic. Days later, Google had a demo of its own AI chatbot Bard, but its big bet was a failure. Bard hallucinated. That's when AI produces factual errors during its live demo, tanking parent company Alphabet's shares by $100 billion in just one day. Amid the buzz over chatbots, concern over AI safety grew. More than 1,000 tech experts, including Elon Musk, if you can call him an expert, signed an open letter warning of AI's threat to humanity, calling on governments to intervene. Then in May, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman testified before the US Senate, along with other experts in the field. His position was clear: governments must police the AI industry.
OpenAI was founded on the belief that artificial intelligence has the potential to improve nearly every aspect of our lives, but also that it creates serious risks we have to work together to manage.
Despite fears over the risks of AI, development didn't slow down. OpenAI released its most advanced language model yet, GPT-4, in March. And after that, it was the season of new AI releases. Everyone from Snapchat to Canva dropped new AI tools. Creative AI was having a moment. With the new version of Midjourney, gone were the days of badly drawn hands. It was a time for AI images of the Pope in full swag. Voice editing tools gave us AI-generated conversations of public figures you never picture in the same room together, or even songs. Remember the AI Drake song Heart on My Sleeve? But there were, and still are, some serious questions surrounding AI ethics and regulation, and governments are still playing catch-up. October ended with the US president signing the first ever executive order regulating AI. Firms are now required to undergo safety assessments and research AI's impact on the labor market. Days after, tech leaders and politicians from 27 countries gathered in the UK to discuss the looming threat of AI. The AI Safety Summit concluded with the Bletchley Declaration, giving governments access to AI models for safety tests before their release. The EU in December proved it's once again at the forefront of tech regulation by passing the world's first comprehensive AI law. But 2023 had more to offer than new AI regulations and tools. Remember OpenAI's unusual corporate structure that we talked about earlier? Well, here's where it gets really messy. In November, chaos hit OpenAI when the company's nonprofit board fired CEO Sam Altman. President Greg Brockman was also sacked, and anarchy took over the world's hottest tech startup. After days of backdoor talks with its biggest shareholder, Microsoft, a turnover of 2 CEOs, and 700 staff threatening to walk out, Altman returned to OpenAI. Microsoft was the winner from the turmoil with $63 billion added to its market cap that day. While all of this was going on, Google was quietly scheming. In December, it hit back at its rivals with its new language model, Gemini. The tech giant says Gemini outperforms GPT-4. Well, this certainly sets the stage for 2024, where competition will intensify. One of the wildest moments of 2023 that many of us, me included, didn't expect to happen, the death of Twitter. Yup, so owner Elon Musk made good on his promise and killed off Twitter as we know it and christened it as X. Sari looks back at the chaos that unfolded with the demise of the blue bird.
With 1 year of Elon Musk at the helm, the platform once known as Twitter died in 2023. Musk then toyed with the site's verification system and altered our timelines forever. Once a platform for following discussion in real time, Twitter is now rife with misinformation and amplified extremist voices. X's new power users are the pay-for-play blue-check owners, posting anything to collect impressions and get a piece of ad revenue. Meanwhile, advertisers are fleeing X. New CEO Linda Yaccarino was meant to lure ad buyers back, but she's more often than not busy cleaning up after Musk.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
New players emerged as chaos took over, like Blue Sky, Mastodon, and Threads. Many users flocked to these sites, shutting down their accounts on the Hell site altogether. Meta's overnight success, Threads, capitalized on Twitter's missteps. The platform launched during a time of crisis for X and hit 100 million users in less than a week. While usage dipped by almost 80% by the summer, Threads is not unraveling just yet. Meta's new product is gaining traction again after the platform rolled out in the EU in December. And with a Fediverse integration in the works, Threads is set to redefine its position in 2024. Reddit, the self-titled front page of the internet, was everything but when its community revolted and kept the site dark for days in June. The initial reason for the outrage was API changes that killed off many third-party services. However, the company's reaction to outraged Redditors further created a rift that raised questions about the platform's future. And TikTok started the year with questions about its authenticity when it admitted to a back-channel make viral button. Soon after, pressure from governments started mounting over data security concerns, and the app faced bans. TikTokers came to Washington hoping to lobby Congress against locking them out of their favorite app. The platform's CEO found himself in the hot seat, testifying before Congress. The debate over TikTok's future continues. While an outright federal ban seems distant for now, the platform's future in the US is still uncertain.
I think we need to address the problem of privacy. I agree with you. I don't think ownership is the issue here. With a lot of respect, American social companies don't have a good track record with data privacy and user security. I mean, look at Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. Just one example.
So while Silicon Valley was busy arguing about the next big thing to change the world, be it a new social media app or AI tool, 2023 saw the value of NFTs, once heralded as the future of ownership and art, plummet. As Ludovica explains, it was a chaotic year for crypto, which even saw the collapse of one of the industry's biggest exchanges.
2023 was nothing short of a roller coaster ride for the crypto markets. The Bitcoin started the year quite low, around $16,000, but then as it started gaining momentum, it actually fell violently in March, in the first quarter. That's after Silicon Valley Bank collapsed. That was a bank used by some of the major cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, such as Coinbase, but also Binance, and it was also the largest bank failure since the 2008 financial crisis. Now, some thought this would have posed an existential threat to the crypto markets, but it quickly proved the pessimists wrong because it bounced back to $30,000 in April. Now, we had positive tailwinds after in October as the prospects of an ETF launch on the spot Bitcoin really helped support the prices, and it also did so in November. That's when we saw the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX. He was guilty of 7 charges of fraud and conspiracy in New York, but also the departure of Changpeng Zhao. He was the CEO of Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, and he was also guilty of money laundering violations. Now, the price by the end of the year reached nearly $40,000. And you've heard it right. I mean, that's an 180% jump in only 12 months, but also not far from the peaks that we've seen in 2021 of $64,000. Now, some say this is yet again evidence of how dirty the crypto market is, but others, and this includes also the so-called crypto bros online, really think this is testament to the resilience of the sector, which is capable of regenerating itself no matter how dire the situation.
2023 was a year of recovery for many industries, gaming included, and what a comeback it was. This year gave us many long-awaited sequels like Diablo 4, a new Zelda, polished remakes like Resident Evil 4, and new launches like Starfield. Baldur's Gate 3 came out with a bang and captured the hearts of many, even those who never played a video game before. This year's roundup was more powerful than any year in the past 2 decades. 16 games from this year alone managed to get an average score of 90 or above on review site Metacritic, a number that has usually been half of that or less in the past decade. This isn't to say those games that were outside of that weren't impressive, as a lot of the fan favorites this year like Alan Wake 2 and Hi-Fi Rush got scores of around 80. While 2023 may have been fun for the players, those actually making the games weren't having a great time. It's estimated that as many as 9,000 people lost their jobs in the gaming industry in 2023. No amount of success could save studios, from big players to indie publishers, from having to cut costs. The layoffs are a continuation of a tech industry trend that began in 2022. Gaming began to feel the pinch in January when Microsoft announced it would lay off 28,000 people. Nearly 10,000 roles were from departments adjacent to Microsoft Gaming. In March, gaming titan Electronic Arts sacked 800 people just a few weeks after announcing profits. EA managed to get away with cutting 6% of its workforce, but EA's subsidiaries continued layoffs in waves throughout the year. Some weren't fortunate enough to be able to cut their losses and continue. Many studios had to shut down altogether, including Saints Row developer Volition. If this doesn't paint a clear enough picture of how rough the year has been, well, even Fortnite maker Epic Games had to lay off 16% of its workforce. If the developers of a hit like Fortnite aren't making enough to keep their staff, then who is? Every year, there's a new gadget that generates huge buzz. Be it a phone, gaming console, or smart home tool, rapid advances mean we're constantly being wowed by new tech promising to revolutionize our lives. This year, it looks like the new thing is extended reality.
Touch, voice, gesture, or the laser ink display. Call Yanir.
Experiences on Vision Pro can also expand in 3 dimensions, filling the entirety of your space.
I am your ultimate companion. This is how we reimagine tomorrow.
Can't wait to see what tech is in store for 2024. And that's it for our Tech Roundup. Find our latest stuff on YouTube. See you soon.